Okay, I'm at the kitchen stack. We opened the wall up, and I got the water running. We got the, I pushed it all the way to outside. Now I'm going to turn this water off because I'm in 6-inch clay crock pipe, and I believe what I'm looking at is your tap. And it looks a tad bit shifted, if you can see that there. And this is, it drops down onto this. And you see the toilet paper and the globs hooked up on your left-hand side there. And I believe that's the main. I'm going to check all this out for you guys. Turn the water off, because I had water just drizzling into that. I should go get her, but she might be working. Maybe we tap into the main. I'm going to put that lid on the sewer over here too. Well, I tell you what, this was a tight fight getting this in there. I sure hope that's the main. It sure looks like we're dropping into the main. I'm gonna push it a little further. But what if this is the lateral? I can't even push past that, can I? Yes, I can. And then this would be the city's main. There's no way. What the hell's going on here? What is that? Maybe that is the main. This is water that's dropping down. That's an awful lot of muck to my left. If I can get the water to stop. It looks like the main. As you see, the dashes down in the bottom left-hand corner. It's supposed to be my footage. Why does that look broken? And you'll see when I pull back, my camera's dangling down. And right at the top, up by the date, I could see the... But why? Why wouldn't this leave? Why wouldn't that toilet paper float away if it is the main? I'm gonna flush the toilet. I could see the bubbles moving. Maybe, I don't know, it's just the weirdest view I've ever had in my lifetime here. Let me see here. Kinda odd. It's like broke on the left. And then we lay down. Could it be a 90? I don't want to get stuck either. What is that? Why does it look like that? The darn water just keeps on coming. I didn't flush anything yet. I don't understand. That's gotta be the main. That's just gotta be the main. I definitely don't want to pull it out and restart it, because it was a bear getting it into the actual pipe. I hear people, or I think she's upstairs. I'm gonna go grab her real quick. You wanna take a gander at this? I'm recording it also, but I want you to be able to see this. What? I pushed it. Well, outside. You could smell it. I had that cap off. And I was just running that sink just a little bit. And it went and then it dropped down. We're in a drop down part. And the drop, this just looks, maybe we're tapped into the top of the sewer. I'd imagine that's why the water that's running must just be running from when I was running that sink. But look at this.
This is live right now?
Yes, my camera is all the way outside. I wish my footage didn't pop up, and I'm definitely outside. I went and took the back water valve off the flapper door so I can push through it, or I would have got stuck coming back that way.
Oh.
Yes.
So you went under this and you've gone all the way out here.
I pushed it as far as I could, and then I stopped right here. And this very well may be the tap of the sewer. Nobody's running water. I wish the water would stop, but because you could get something looks really weird, like this. This is a hell of a shift. Notice how your toilet paper is hitting it, and it'll pile. Look at that right there. Looks like it's a broken piece of crock. But if this is the city's main that it's dumping into, why isn't the toilet paper leaving? Like the bubbles are moving. Is that because it's...
So is this...
The water, I don't know what the hell.
Oh no, we knew this was sanitary, not storm.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And if I push forward, I go right down into this, but I'm used to seeing, and I can't push it any further than that. I just cannot imagine.
How many feet is it?
I'm going to locate outside where that is. But that may...
Why is there water still going?
Right, that's what I'm wondering. Because if I
seems like
pull
a fair
up...
amount of water. Oh, now there's not. Oh, no, there's
Well,
still
it's
is.
dripping. It's running. See the water? And then, of course, we'll pull back. This is outside. That's the drop. That's what's making me think maybe we're tied right into the top of the sewer, which is better than being into the side of it. And then if we pull back, this is the outside. And I wasn't running that much water. Like this, you haven't flushed anything yet. So definitely everything's moving, but we got a little bit of a pitch issue. And then all of a sudden, we go underwater. Look at that. Like a belly, like a sag in the pipe. See it? And then, so if you picture your lines or you think of your lines as a swimming pool or a water slide, the swimming pool that catches the kids from flying out of the park would be the city's main. And right, exactly what we just hit. Notice how it's swirling and some of it's going. So when you flush, your solids are going to go, and then they hit this spot and slow down. And they can pile up on you and end up causing a backup. But that one spot was kind of iffy with the sag, and then it does it again. When I was pushing out, I couldn't believe. Every 3 feet is a hub, a section where they slid the pipes together, and they're only 3 foot long. And then we do it again. What the hell? I don't see any roots, but...
Why are we underwater?
Correct. It should be pitched, but, I mean, it's like we got like a couple bellies, sags in the pipe. What is that? I have not pulled it back yet. I just pushed it forward. And if my phone quits ringing, I'm in good shape. But now we're out, coming back inside the house. This is a 6-inch clay crock. This is 4-inch cast iron that we're in. The 4-inch cast iron, and then
Why is there still so much water?
You'll see inside, I think, is what our issue is. And then we come up, coming from, that's the drop.
No more water now.
Right, and then this is our PVC. There's our clean out right there. And then here's where our backwater valve sets. And then, or right there, I should say. And then now we're in cast iron again.
So now we're underneath here.
Coming towards where your, whatever that is. Now, this line is a 4-inch line. Oh, that's a nice try. It's coming, waters will be coming from that way. That's a Y in the floor. Stack, it's picking up a stack or something. This line that we're in right now is a 3-inch line. And this will be the kitchen stack line. You'll get this video too. And the water, soon we should, well, when I pushed forward, I was underwater. If the water's just staying for some reason in this pipe,
Which is right here.
because we're losing pitch. So anything, so it must hit that, yeah, there you go. You could see the bottom of it.
So what's
starting to rot out.
Water isn't moving.
It's definitely gonna, this is, yeah, pretty, look at that. The oil, yeah, or the grease, sand, and the grease has eaten the bottom of this pipe. And then we're gonna turn it and go underwater. That's a definite gooky spot. Yeah, you got, yeah, oh yeah. That would be why it's hitting.
Horrific colonoscopy,
I
I'll tell
know.
you.
This is definitely packed full of dirt and grease and the bottom of that pipe in that area. And this area is rotted out. I do not want it to come out of this stack because I want to locate. Because there's a bear getting it in there. You'll get the video too, just so you have it. Not that you guys want, but your husband might want to see it.
Yeah.
And then I'm starting to come out. There you go. I do not want to come out because it's a bear to get it to go down.
So you're underwater right there.
Yeah, I'm laying right here. The camera head is laying right there, so.
Which would make sense because that, look how high that water is just sitting there.
Yeah, and that there, yes. I had
And
that.
it's level with probably where you are there.
Whatever the thing is, yeah. And kitchen lines are, they get everywhere. It's like a black motor oil.
Yeah.
Is what it
And
looks
we
like.
actually don't really, we have a disposal, but we don't use it that much. We try to throw stuff out, not put it down the disposal.
Correct.
Because
What I tell my wife, what we do is we flush. I'd rather flush it like chili or something like that, or food. If you throw it in the garbage, that's cool, but you know, you got rats or animals that'll eat it, the garbage. Flush it down the toilet.
yeah.
Yeah, flush it right on down that toilet. I mean, not a whole pot of it.
No,
but, you know,
well,
the leftover
typically
stuff.
something like that,
If you're
we'll let
getting
it
rid of
sit in the
leftovers.
fridge to
Until
firm up.
garbage day, and then
garbage
chuck it.
day,
Yep.
get a bunch of
Yep.
baggies and
Yep.
just toss everything.
But this line here definitely wasn't maintenance. And the grease, it rotted this puppy right away. And this is how it looked when I pushed it all the way out. I'm like, what do you, come on?
Right.
It's because we pushed through all that gook. And then once it gets on my lens, until I get to a decent spot, and I can kind of get a visual. And then I turn that water on, thinking, hey, I'll rinse it off. And that water bit me in the butt. But it's definitely, yeah, look at that. I can turn on and off the camera. It'll give me my footage. And I can locate exactly where. So that would be, there you go. There's some decent pipe. And that could be why, if that is a floor drain, and we can definitely, I'll pour water down that floor drain through a bucket to see if I see water pass by me. I'm sure that's a sanitary floor drain, because the way, right when you let that sink go, it bounced, and it should not bounce at all.
You want me to pour some water down there?
Look at that gooky stuff. Is there a bucket down here? We probably will, yeah. I'm going to pull back to where I'm close to it, or at least where we can see, anyways.
Do you want it to have like soap in it? Would that help you see better?
No, just cold water, actually. Yeah, and you can feel the sand on this.
Autobahn.
I know, maybe a bunch of Dawn dish soap. I'll clean this out. It's just, you could see the sand in there.
Yeah.
The bottom of the pipe, so it does make a turn. And right at that turn, I want to be able to see that water though. If it comes by. I got a hose too. I'm wondering if I should just get a hose.
You need it full or?
I can't see nothing. Let me get rinse this off. Come on, Charlie. Didn't we hit a spot and then it cleared it right up? Like right there. Yeah, you know what?
That much, or do you want more?
More.
More? I got it.
Yeah, that's okay. I got other gloves too. So, I'll get my locator. Now I'll move this out of the way. I want to see if this is the actual cold or hot. At this point, not pretty much matters. Oh, so body. Yeah.
I do have a hose, garden hose out right by the back door. It's pretty long. Mine's pretty long. You want that?
Yeah. Well, we should be able to see once this is full. We'll pour it slow as long as it's open. It should go.
Hey, babe.
That main is a trip though. The way it, and that could be it. This could be.
You want me to pour while you're...
Oh, we'll be able to watch it. Together here. Let's see what this. I just want to make sure. We should see a gush of water come past, or at least slow down, Charlie, or at least the volume of water pick up. Because nobody's running water in the house.
I mean, the furnace is going, but...
Huh.
There
it goes. So this is a sanitary floor drain. 100%. That proves it right there. 100%. Okay.
Well, it's moving pretty.
Yeah, and we can actually even... doesn't it look like it's coming back at us and swirling? And that's what I hate about it. It should just go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. But, man.
They call it, they're calling Michi. First point animal adoption, calling Michi. What? If you apply to adopt a dog, they have to call your former vet. Well, make sure you take care of your other animals. They're calling Michi.
And that's what we had the same when we got a cat. We one of our cats got out. It was an all black, gorgeous cat. My son was 10 at the time, and he loved this cat. And the neighbor called me. We put flyers up. We were on the Madison Heights website with the pictures, and the neighbor was a teacher for my older kids, and she called me over, and I went down the street, and it got hit by a car. So I couldn't tell my son that the cat got hit. We couldn't tell the vet that the cat got out and got hit, because they would have made a report, and then we wouldn't have been able to adopt. Yes, it was a big, crazy... I was like, are you kidding me? Why can't we tell the vet? What,
right.
They're going to wonder where
Wasn't
Lacey's at. Right,
yeah.
No, she got out, and... Because our cats, we keep their claws. We don't do the declawing because they nip the whole... Yeah, and leave the... Our furniture's tore up, but at least...
Cats are happy.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't do that to a cat. But, yeah, they're pretty funny on that
we had
adoption
a lab, and he
I
passed
love
away.
labs.
Yeah, he was a big goofball. He passed away September 1st.
Aw.
He was only 7.
Ooh.
Yeah, young.
Wow.
So, but they have, I don't
Wow.
know. We'll see what happens with this. We might regret it.
What kind of dog?
2 beagles, 2-year-old beagle brothers.
Okay.
They're a bonded pair, so you
Gotcha.
gotta take
Gotta
both.
take them both.
If you're,
Yes. Beagles. That's cool.
I've
Lab
never
was a
had-
good dog, though, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
Smart. How was its hips?
He was fine. He actually had stomach issues,
Mm.
and he got real bloated,
Aw.
and his stomach would get real hard.
Yeah.
So he had stomach problems.
My brother
but
had a lab for a long time, piston, because he liked the piston, so he named
Yeah.
it piston.
There's this Gage Allen.
Yeah, his heart was broken when he passed, and then when my brother passed, we put the dog's ashes in with his
Aww.
and buried them together. And
Forever, yep.
yeah, cancer took my brother in 2019. We're 10 months apart.
Oh, wow.
Stage 4, out of the blue, stage 4 lung cancer spread to his brain. And it wasn't from smoking. It was environmental. I'm like, what's that mean? Because I asked the Carmanos doctor, what about me? And she said, you're a great candidate for a chest x-ray because you smoke, but his was environmental.
Right.
And
my sister died.
it was a
a couple years
nightmare.
ago. So,
Really?
Yeah. But she was small cell lung cancer was from smoking.
Now,
53 years old.
small cell, is that the one where they say get your affairs in order? Now, see, they said my brother
small
had
cell, you hear small cell and you think, oh,
right,
good,
not bad.
small, right?
Yes,
It's
no.
small, little, not,
Yes,
no.
nope.
No, because at the same time she had cancer, my mother-in-law did, but my mother-in-law had non-small cell.
Now, see, that's what they said my brother had.
When they told my sister-in-law she has non-small cell, my sister-in-law said, oh my God. And I said, oh, thank God, right? And the doctor said no and didn't know what I was going through with my sister at the time. He said no. He said small cell is a death sentence.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to. I knew
right,
that.
Right.
Yeah.
They said non for my brother, and it was actually small because it was 5 days shy of 4 months from finding out.
Wow.
How about your sister?
It was.
Was she stage 4?
3.
Stage
months.
3.
Yeah. 3 months. Yeah.
And there was no symptoms, huh?
There were.
And I think there were for my brother too. He had COPD. And
she was a nurse, and nurses sometimes are the worst. If they don't feel good, they never want to go to the doctor or anything.
Correct. Yes.
So when we found out, she actually had missed 2 days of work because she couldn't physically get out of bed.
Oy.
So she was that sick when she actually finally went to.
That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know really.
Right.
If she had done anything sooner,
right? Would it have made a difference? Right.
It
no,
would
I
have.
know.
Maybe she would have lived longer, but still under chemo and radiation.
Suffering and Yeah. That's what I prayed. I said, if you're gonna take him, just do it fast.
Yeah. Her it was. We did the chemo, we did the radiation, but it was really quick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least she didn't suffer. That's what I try to think of for my brother.
Yeah.
Because they took him quick.
Mm-hmm.
But he had never made it home. He had all kinds of weird side effects. We had to drain his. They had to constantly drain his, what do you call it, lungs, and it was
she didn't have all that, and she didn't get to go home for some of it, but she was just miserable. So
I bet.
The thing was that bothered her more than anything is her back just was killing her.
My brother always had a bad back. Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't understand.
Well, your lungs are really.
Yes.
Back, you think of the front, right?
Because
I had pneumonia years ago, and I went into the doctor, and she said, "What's going on?" I said, I was falling asleep driving to work. I said, I had a really high fever the other night, but I don't feel sick." And she said, "Really?" She said, "Anything else going on?" I said, "Well, I pulled my back like a week ago or something, because that's acting up." She said, "Mm-hmm." She said, "You have pneumonia." I said, "No, I don't." I said, "I would feel terribly ill." She said, "You have pneumonia," and I double pneumonia.
Double.
Mm-hmm. But I just was working
you were
like
fighting
crazy.
through it and
I was like, I'm not sick.
Paying attention to it. Right. I know, we got to listen to our bodies more, don't we?
She's like, if you don't go home and go rest, I'm going to admit you in the hospital. I'm like, all right, I'll take a couple days off.
Right, yeah. We don't,
I don't want to be in the hospital.
No, I've been in there for kidney stones. That's my thing. I deal with kidney stones. At least I live. But still, wow. Yeah.
So
it's a beast. So
you think it's more than just this pipe that we need to address?
No, I think it would just be this one. The outside, yes, you do have some bellies in that line, but we got to remember the camera head is this big, and it's setting on the bottom of that 6-inch pipe, right? Mm-hmm. It's setting on the bottom of that pipe, so there could be an inch of water in there when I was pulling it back, and it can make it look like that it's completely full. You do have some bellies in there, so what I would do is like when I flush solids, I would just give it once in a while, you give it a double flush just to keep it going. But you definitely got bellies out there. No roots.
Darn, when we moved in, those high efficiency toilets.
Yeah.
We got rid of those.
Those crazy, what are they, fast flushers or low water?
They had the two where you push the one.
Oh, one for pee and one for poop. Yeah.
And we had a backup on the stack from that.
Yeah.
And they said it was
not enough
leaving
water.
The house.
Right. Yeah, that's horrible. Not enough water. But yeah, we're gonna see if we could start over and maybe I can get a footage on this. See that water? That's just insane how it just stays. And then there's some solids that's just chilling right there.
All right, I'll be back in.
I'm gonna locate and all that happy.
Couple minutes. Can I get you anything?
No, I'm good.
I
have
gotta
the water.
hop on this
No.
call.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stop the video now.